Hi and welcome to my channel. I'm Joy Fay and I'm an artist and teacher, and today I've got something again a little bit different. We've been looking at in the past videos about Zen painting, about being in the moment and actually letting ourselves express our feelings immediately on the paper. Well, today I'm doing it in a little bit of a reverse. We're going to do some structure first before we dive into being intuitive and free. So it's a very interesting video. Stay to the end to see the result because it's very surprising. So without further ado, let's get started. So I'm beginning this project with some different tools. I'm using some things that I have at hand, and some pastry cutters which make great circles, this little trowel and my big trowel, and a ruler and a pencil and some charcoal. So we're going to do something with those to start with. Now normally, you know, we go into a painting and just do mark making and be free, but this is doing it a different way round to actually create some interesting shapes and a structure to our painting to begin with. I'm working on some watercolor paper, so it's quite good paper to do these experiments with. And this is an experiment. We're just going to discover something different, hopefully, that you might not have tried before. And it's always a fantastic way to keep your painting fresh and your creativity, flowing, with different things that you can do that are something that you haven't done before. So having done this nice little drawing to begin with, and we are going to carry on doing some free drawing now on top of it, but it's a nice structure for actually underneath, and some of this will show through when we start actually painting. So now I'm kind of being free now with the movement, and there's a lovely energy in this, as you can see. So this is in charcoal, and I'm just rubbing it through. And so I've got some pencil and some charcoal. I'm going to outline some of the shapes that I've done underneath in the pencil. And again, I'm going to rub it in, but we've got some different tones of the grey. So the pencil and the charcoal, different strengths. So what I'm going to do is, I'm scribbling on top of it now, just to loosen up, get in the moment, take a deep breath and go for it. So I haven't used any of these lovely pigments before, so I'm going to have a try and see what happens when I use them. I've just given it a little bit of a spray with water, just to soften it up a little. And then I'm going to see what I can do with these pigments. It's interesting because I've had them lying around for quite some time, and I thought, I need to have a go. So I've only got a couple. I've got a really lovely, it's like a phthalo blue and a sienna, quite dark. And so it might make a nice combination of green, we'll see. So I'm spraying it again. I'm going to use some medium. I've got some polymer medium and also just some pouring medium, just to see, what will happen. And, these investigations and experiments, if you've got an open mind and you're just happy to discover new things, inevitably surprising things happen. And along the way, you're going to learn something. You're going to see what works, what doesn't, what you like, what you don't like. And it's fascinating to be in this sort of creative mode without any preconceived ideas or a perception of what you want it to be. It'll evolve itself and it'll manifest something for itself. So I'm just spreading the pigment out with the medium, and you can see I'm getting some different textures, which are interesting. And I'm just going to play. I'm going along some of the lines in the drawing. You know, I don't think I'll stay within them, but they're there as a guide, and I'm just going with the flow. And you can go with the flow by breathing. I know it sounds crazy because we breathe anyway, but to be conscious of your breathing. This is the point. So you get this real connection with how you're feeling and what you're doing on the paper. And it's random in many respects because we don't know what's going to happen. But to stay in the flow without letting our sort of, if you like, left side of our brain interfere, to stay creative, that breathing is important. And we focus completely on the here and now moment and enjoying it. And that's the wonderful thing about creating, is to really enjoy the whole process in the moment of doing it. No matter what the result. And you can land up painting over the whole thing and doing something completely different, but it doesn't devalue what you've already done because you're experiencing something. So I'm just going to talk to you about a lovely project. Oh, I have a special announcement for you. I'm so excited. I'm putting on a creative art and yoga retreat in Spain with my friend Sari Shamani. We're going to be doing the 2 retreats in May and September in a beautiful cortico in southern Spain near Malaga, with views of the sea and the mountains and the village. So if you want to come and work with me in real time, learn my techniques, discover your creativity in this beautiful environment, come and do some wonderful, relaxing, gentle yoga and dance movement in the gardens with Sari, you're going to have a wonderful time of regeneration, creativity, and really connecting to your artistic self. We'll be on the beach. We're going to have a trip to Granada, to the Alhambra Palace. It's going to be absolutely fabulous. Painting outside and in a studio that we've also got in the Cortico. Going to be doing mixed media and creative art. You don't have to have painted before. And we've got fabulous food and just the most wonderful, rejuvenating experience you can imagine. So I hope you'll come and join us, and we look forward to seeing you in Spain. So now I'm coming back to the painting. It's dried a little and I'm going to start doing some painting on it now. So basically what I'm feeling is to clarify some of the shapes a little bit more, and I'm using some titanium white, and you can see immediately as soon as I put the white on that you can start to see some of the shapes a lot clearer. And I feel like that I'm going to put this around quite a lot of the outside. And again, staying in that wonderful feeling of flow, and seeing what it's presenting me with and how I'm feeling as I go. So I love the color combination of this very sort of deep sienna, and it's more like a kind of a phthalo blue, I think, the powder. So, sorry, the pigment. So I'm just kind of looking at some of the lines that are still there from the original drawing and then from the drawing on top. And I'm going to emphasize some of those spaces. And, as you'll see, it starts to take on a whole new feel. And, this is the exciting part of it, that when you really get in the zone, and you can feel what it wants to tell you, and you go with it, something really magical starts happening. So you can already sort of feel the changes that are going on here. But I don't want to lose the energy of it. I want to keep that feeling of energy that was there when I did the drawing over the top of the pencil drawing. So I'm just finding some of the spaces in between the lines, and I've got my cat joining me. She loves coming up onto the table to have a look what I'm doing. So this is Twinkle. So she's quite fascinated, but now she's bored now, she's gone. So you can see that it's taking on a different feel, and just using really the white. I've mixed a tiny little bit of blue with it, but not very much, and I'm just defining some of the shapes, and to see then where it will take me. And I'm getting an interesting feel from this picture because of that energy. There's obviously two very distinctive shapes on either side, with this sort of space in the middle, and there's a dynamism between the two main shapes. And as you'll see as I progress, what happens with that, and how it finishes with this really kind of incredible movement in it, which surprised me. I'm hoping that it will surprise you too. At the moment, there looks to be like a little bit of a cat actually there on the left-hand side, and but that does change as you'll see as I go. So again, just keeping really with the color, using now a little bit of the grey blue, and keeping the tone values. I still want to get the lights and the darks, and maintain some of the texture, but it's slowly but surely coming together, showing me some different ways in which to follow through with it. And who would have thought, hey, when we started with the structured drawing, how this would develop, and how the energy would stay, really with the picture. So, when you try this yourself, it will be interesting to see how that works for you too. And all this is just about experimentation and discovery. And you can perhaps see a little bit of the texture from that close up. When you just keep an open mind, let that energy flow, the thing will flow with you, and remarkable things can happen. And then from this, it might be such that I would use this as a prompt to do an actual bigger painting. But I'm enjoying it as it is at the moment, so it will be in my journal as a really good reference of doing something completely different, quite unique to what I've done before, using the pigment and the different medium, and starting with the structure and then freeing up and seeing this energy. So now, I don't know, you can tell me in the comments. I see sort of like either a dancer or a samurai warrior kicking out the sword at the side. It's kind of fascinating what has come out of this painting. And so let me know in the comments what you're beginning to see. And is this something that you will try? Has it kind of sparked your imagination to, new possibilities for yourself? Which is, at the end of the day, this is what it's all about, is for me to, share some ideas that hopefully will inspire you. So when you get to painting, you can have a think about doing something like this, which might be very different to what you've done before. So coming to the end of this now, and here we are, and it's been an interesting process. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, maybe you'll give me the thumbs up and press the notification button for new videos. And here it is as the photograph, and you can see the colour much clearer. And all the information about the retreat is in the description below. And it's been great to share this with you. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.